bad. You got to keep records of who's starting with you. Don't just get people in, get the point, move on. Keep a record. What is their why? What is their goal? Stay on top of that. Help them get results. And then when they do get results, recognize them for it. Give them an incentive to share their results with your team. Tell them about the Beachbody Challenge t-shirt. Tell them that they win $500 if they submit their results and get selected as the winner of that day. And of course, there's $100,000 that we're going to give away next July 29th or 30th or somewhere in there. So there's an opportunity that if you leave here with energy to really do this, to not just sit in here and think about it and talk about it, but to say, we're really going to do this, it's going to cycle for you. That's going to repeat and repeat and repeat. You're going to have Masters Hammer and Chisel. You're going to have specials every month. You're going to have the release of 22-minute hardcore. Get some! You're going to have the release of Cafe Latte. We're going to go to the Success Club cruise. We're going to have a product that's going to blow your mind at Summit. All this is going to keep on going, and we're going to keep on helping people. And here's another promise that I'll make you. Along the way, people are going to tell you, and they're going to tell people on your team that you will not succeed beyond where you are right now. And those voices will even start to creep in on you. You're going to be like, oh, I don't know if I can go any farther. And you're going to lose a diamond. You're going to be like, I don't know if I can do any better than this. I just lost a diamond, or I lost 2 diamonds. I just had a setback here in October or November or December. What voice in your head are you going to allow to dominate? Let me tell you a little bit of my story. I've had doubters telling me I couldn't do things all my life, ever since we started this company. Okay? One of the things they said to me was, he'll never be able to run his own company. He's just a marketing guy. Literally, a guy sat me down and said, you're a great marketing guy. Stay inside middle management and stay there. And I was like, I'm going to try it anyway. Started Beachbody with John Congdon. I think we've had a pretty good run. Another guy told me later, he doesn't know how to raise money. How are you going to start your own company? You've never raised money before. I went out, I dealt with mentors, I talked to probably 200 people to get to the 20 who helped us raise the first $500,000, and we got the company off the ground in 1998. Somebody else told me, he'll never make it through the year, he doesn't have the cash flow. Why doesn't he just quit while he's ahead? Literally, one of my investors called me and said, hey, you had a good job with that great abs guaranteed, the thin thighs guaranteed, you still have some money in the bank, why don't you send the rest of it back to us? I'm not done yet. It's like, yeah, but it's really hard business, the infomercial business. Why don't you just send us all our money back? It's like, no. Keep on doing this, I'm gonna keep on going. And then Power 90 came along. Of course, people in the industry told us they'll never be able to sell Power 90 on TV. It looks too hard. I was sitting at a lunch with the media company that if we succeed, they're going to make 10% of every media buy that we make. Every media purchase, they make the money. And they literally sat at this lunch, and they said, they're going through the Power 90 guidebook that I had written. And they said, well, this will never sell on TV. We're seeing people are working too hard. That'll never work. And we're like, we're going to try it anyway. We're going to do it anyway. Sure enough, it worked. That was our first $30 million product that next year. I was told they'll never be able to do better than Power 90. They're a one-trick pony. How are you going to do that? 90-day program, got great results. One day I was on a train with John, and I was reading a book by Lance Armstrong called It's Better Than the Bike, or It's Not About the Bike, or something like that. Somebody ride a bike, give me a shot, I don't know. Anyway, he was talking about how his muscles changed, how his body changed when he went through his cancer treatments and everything, and it got me thinking about something that Steve Edwards, our Vice President of Results and Fitness, had mentioned to me about overtraining and mild overtraining, and we came up with the idea for Slim and Six. Literally on a train, I was like, John, what do you think of this name, Slim and Six? He's like, that sounds pretty good. 6 weeks, right? I'm like, yeah, let's try 6 weeks. We actually got better results in 6 weeks than we did with the original Power 90. Oops, I guess we weren't a one-trick pony. Then we were told they'll never be able to create an open community online. People will shred the company when the products don't work. When we were launching our message boards, everybody in the infomercial industry said, that is a huge mistake, you won't be able to succeed. When you have an infomercial on TV, all the people will come in and tell you how awful you are on your message boards. And I remember one day, when we had those message boards live, this is when we were moderating all the comments, John came into my office, he's like, a person just posted on the message board and they said, is this Power 90 thing a scam or what? And he said, do I let that post go? And I was like, give it a shot. It was great working with you. And So we put that up and we just watched at the computer to see what would happen. And then person after person after person said, this is the real deal. As hard as you work is the results that you're going to get. If you follow the meal plan, you'll get the results. If you don't do the meal plan, you won't get the results. I'll help you, I'll support you, we'll create up a special thread. People started to branch out into special niches, and military and single moms and families doing it together. Like, it was this really cool thing to watch. That's what happens when we create a community. I guess that worked. They'll never be able to compete with the big boys when the business model shifts to free trial offers. They'll get buried. That's what happened in 2004, 2005. One of our big competitors started to do, free trial offers, and they heard us. And we were like, oh, maybe we need to do that. But what we realized was it wasn't about the offer as much as it was about how compelling the programming and the results were. And that's when Turbo Jams launched and Hip Hop Abs launched, and we had our first $100 million year. They'll never be able to sell P90X on TV. It's a terrible name, and they've already failed 23 times with different configurations. That was the time between 2005 and 2007, and I literally had people in little factions whispering around the office, when's somebody going to tell Carl this will never work? Like, that literally got back to me. I was like, when are we going to fire the person that said that? P90X has gone on to do over $1 billion in sales. They'll never be able to make a 10-minute exercise program work. They already failed with Fast 10. I don't know if you knew about that program, but that was a 10-minute program that we tested. And we decided to try again with 10-minute trainer and Tony Horton. And we were told that'll kill the P90X franchise. You can't have a 10-minute easy program with the same guy that you have a extreme 90-day program. 10-Minute Trainer went on to be a #1 show. Guess what the #2 show was? P90X. Those two coexisted, did very well. 10-Minute Trainer has done over $250 million in sales to date. They'll never be able to launch a network marketing business this way. You only succeed in that business by promising wealth, not by motivating people to help others get healthy and fit. Over and over again, even while we were in the midst of launching this, I was told you have to put the money, the financial opportunity first. If it's about helping people, you'll just get tree huggers. Well, I hope, let's all go outside and hug some trees, shall we? He's doing our fat wallets.
That's right. Amen.
They'll never
Amen.
grow that network bigger than $50 million a year if they still sell in other channels. There's no such thing as channel synergy. We've had our biggest media year in history this year, helping support the network. But guess what? The network is now generating more revenue than direct marketing. It's $800 million a year. I think channel synergy exists. They'll never be able to sell a product called Insanity. It's too hard, and they're letting a dancer be the face of the program. It's done over $750 million now. He'll never be able to get people to buy a shake that costs almost $5 a serving. There's a $1, there are $1 protein shakes everywhere. But what wasn't everywhere was the promise that if I could just get something in a cup that helps me feel a little bit less guilty about hating vegetables, I'll be the one that buys it. And turns out there's about 500,000 other people right now who are buying it as well. And I think we can double that to another million. They'll never be able to get people to follow a 21-day cleanse program with complex recipes and strange foods. Quinoa? What the hell? They want simple stuff like the lemon and cayenne pepper cleanse. Turns out people are doing that cleanse, the 21-day, the ultimate reset. They're doing it every week. A new group starts, and that thing continues to grow. It's a niche program, but it still works for the people who want to get that kind of reset, who are struggling with toxicity inside. That program's a winner. They'll never be able to do over $400 million a year without expanding internationally first. North America is not a growth market for network marketing. Without expanding internationally, while we still try to make sure that we're getting things right here, we're going to do over $1 billion next year. Pretty solid. They'll never be able to sell a 21-day program with kitschy colored containers. 21-day results can't compete with our other programs, and the containers look complicated. That's literally what I was told by a professional producer in the business, that once you do 90 and 60-day and insane programs, you can't back up to simplicity, half-hour workouts with little containers, and 21 days will never be able to compete with your 60 and 90-day programs. That has been the biggest launch in the history of the company with the fastest momentum. We've done over 500,000 challenge packs of 21-day fix this year. They'll never be able to launch a digital service. Look at how bad they are at solving technological problems. We hired the #1 guy, the guy who helped launch Hulu, and he got that product up within 8 months. And it already has over 600,000 members. So, what's this about? The doubters said we couldn't do all these things. Still got problems to solve, but the bottom line is, we didn't listen to them. Instead, we did it all. Each one of those things, we did. So now what are we going to do? We've got lingering questions. Our work's not done. We're just getting started. Can we improve customer service and coach relations? Damn right we can. As soon as I leave here, I get to work on those problems. Can we execute the tech waves to truly solve our current tech issues and become tech innovators? You bet we can. And we get back to work at that tomorrow morning. Can we market a line of performance supplements which cost more, but like Shakeology, finally achieve the promise of what performance means? Yeah, you can get stuff that looks and sounds like our performance line if you go to a sports nutrition store. I won't say the name, 3 letters. Starts with G, ends with C. N. Can we market those? They're expensive, they're weird. 20 servings, 24 servings, 30 servings. The way it's working out for me, I use those things in different varieties. I use them at different times. And as we work out when it's appropriate to market them, when it's appropriate to put them in HD, we're starting to see them grow. The HD file, the performance supplements, is growing actually in many ways faster than we expected it and faster than the boosts. As you plug into people who want to get performance, like what we say, if you want incredible results, what do we say? If you want, what did I say? I came up with the line. You're not training for average results, don't use average supplements. There is a difference. You've proven it with Shakeology, you're experiencing it with Shakeology. I'm telling you, it's the same story with the performance line. If you're trying to stack this up against some tall protein powder in a canister, that comparison is not going to work. Just like if you compare Shakeology to Slim Fast, the comparison won't work. The comparison works when you compare your results. I know it's worked for me. I've seen it work for Tony Horton and Autumn and Sagi. This stuff works. Can we maintain our culture of helping people get results, or will we be overrun by negative people who run or complain because things are never perfect? Sure, there's going to be people who just cannot handle the fact that the company, a professional company, doesn't get it all right every time and in fact makes multiple mistakes. Like it's a drag. I can't stand it when I get off stage. I'm like, hey, you guys, let's be persistent, let's be diligent, let's just go with it. And I get off stage and they tell me we didn't run the star bonus in time. I'm like, are you kidding me? Come on. I forgot to hit the send button. But stuff happens. That's business, man, and we figure it out and we fix it and everybody gets paid and we are dogged and we are professional about our approach to solving problems. Nobody's going to tell us we can't succeed at these lingering questions. Can we actually transcend the MLM stigma and create a new profession called Beachbody Coach that becomes accepted and commonplace? I think we can. Can BOD become the dominant central resource for health, fitness, and weight loss in the world? I think it will be. Can we achieve $10 billion in annual sales? I think we'll exceed that. We're going to have to get to 2 first, and then 5, and then 8. I think we'll exceed $10 billion in sales, and well beyond that as we start to expand internationally. Can we end the trend of obesity? Difficult thing to applaud. 11 weeks left in the year. You're going to be talking to people who are going to say no to you. They could lose 33 pounds. If they do, somebody who's got 100 pounds to lose, if they really go for it with your help, they can lose 33 pounds before the end of the year. What happens to their relationship with the world when that happens? Can we help people get along better, resolve conflict, and be more considerate and compassionate? That's a question. You really ask yourself that. What is this about? You're going to create wealth. You're going to create some health. I think you're going to create better relationships, but we're going to have to be the ones that do that personal development. Who says we can't do that? I don't say we can't do that. Some people in here, all those questions go, ooh, that's a lot of work to do. And I'm going to do that work. When I leave here, I get right to work. Yeah, Sunday, tomorrow, I get right to work. That's what I do. I read a back of a t-shirt. I took my son to Disneyland as a little surprise the other day. There was this guy in a long line. There was this guy in front of me with this quote on his back. It said, "It's kind of fun to do the impossible." I think that's what Team Beachbody and Beachbody do together. We do the impossible. We deliver results in a society and a culture that accepts too much empty promises in their messaging, in their advertising, and in what they do in terms of creating value. Not us. We deliver results. That's what leadership is. Your job today, when you leave here, is first off to have fun at the Arabian party. But then I need you to deliver results. And when you feel it inside, when you start to feel the questions of, wow, October is tough, November is tough, Fall Classic, do I really want to put a team together? You know, when we had the last winners of the Cup from Canada up to the offices the other day, and you look at, wow, Canada keeps winning this thing. What are they doing? They're teaming up together, and they keep getting their names on the cup. Well, first off, it looks like the Stanley Cup, so of course they win it. But second off, they're doing something that is teamwork. They're working together, and they are leading. They're not accepting it when people say, I'm not interested. They keep going. They keep talking about it. That's going to be your job. And I hope when you leave here and the lingering questions of, can the company do it? And can I do it? And can I hold my diamonds together? And can I get this new person to emerald? And can I quiet this negative person down? And can I stay up a little bit later and watch a little bit less TV? And can I do my workouts? And can I drink this shake? I hope the answer is a resounding yes, and you fight for that yes every single day. I'm fighting for that yes for you. I'm doing it for myself and my family and for the people that work their ass off back here. We're doing this together. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do it. You can do it. You're leaders. Let's do it.
Yeah!